What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Maria. I'm a full-time content creator, and here on my channel, in my blog, I share all things fashion, beauty, travel, and I also share weekly vlogs sharing my life as a full-time creator. So if you enjoy any of those topics, I welcome you to hit the subscribe button so you can be subscribed to this lovely tribe that we are growing here on YouTube. I also urge you to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time there's a brand new video on this channel. So today we are digging deep into my own business, into my finances, and I am sharing with you guys the tea. Listen, there is nothing to hold back on. I'm sharing with you guys exactly how I make money as a full-time creator, especially with someone with as little following as I have. So we're gonna dig deep into it. So I'm considered a micro influencer now because I have just a little bit over 10K followers on Instagram. However, when I started this full-time content creator journey, I started with a little bit under 5K. So I was a nano influencer. So if you are currently a nano influencer or even a micro influencer, the ways that I make money as a content creator can still apply to you as well. So definitely keep on watching. I want to stick to the topic of this video, so I don't want to go too deep into the history. I do want to give you guys a brief background of who I am, how I got started, and all of that. So I started blogging back in 2014. I was obsessed with thrifting, and I was obsessed with reading blogs, especially fashion blogs and magazines and all of that. So I started my blog back in 2014, my senior year of high school, as a way to also share my love for fashion. And over the years, I've worked on my blog, and I even took a major break kind of like 2 years into blogging. I started back up fall of 2019, and I have been super consistent ever since. And from fall of 2019 to about summer of 2020, I worked really hard staying consistent on Instagram and on my blog. And my goal around that time was to just build an audience. And when I started back up in 2019, I had about, I want to say 2,000 followers on Instagram and barely any readers on my blog. And by summer of 2020, I had probably like a little bit over 4,000 followers on Instagram. I was growing, and that was my main focus because I wanted to grow my audience before, getting too deep. I wanted to grow my audience, and I wanted to become as knowledgeable as possible about making money in this industry. So those are the things that I focused on. And then summer of 2020, I got my first paid campaign with a major company. So over the years as a blogger, I've done a few campaigns here and there, like little money, a lot of free products, a lot of free gifting, but never something major where I was getting paid my actual rate. And that was with Papa John's, and I was so excited. But I remember when they reached out to me for that campaign, I had just about like I said, I had a little bit under 5,000 followers, and I was like, oh my gosh, Papa John's want to work with me. And of course, their initial email was trying to get me to do the campaign for free. However, around that time, I was, learning a lot about the influencer industry, how to make money in this industry. So although I was very excited about a big company reaching out to me, I knew not to sell myself short. At that point, I was, getting a bit of confidence in my work, and I didn't want to lose an opportunity to make money. So I responded and, basically told them how excited I was to, work with them and be a part of this campaign. However, I do have a rate. I do have a rate for the deliverables that they are asking. Would they be okay with this amount? And they came back and was like, yeah, girl, we'll do that. We'll pay your rate. And I was like, oh, we in. So that was my first initial interaction. There is a company out there that is willing to pay me what I'm worth. And from then on, I was like, okay, the price went up. And then following that campaign, I've worked with Express, I worked with Target, I worked with Sephora. I actually worked with Sephora twice within that like period of time. And then I became a brand ambassador for Rosemary Square, which is like downtown area in my city. And like I just started getting more opportunities, more recognition and things like that. And I was like, oh, okay, like I can do this. So earlier this year, 2021, I quit my job. I was like, I didn't have anything definite. Like I didn't have like consistent long-term campaigns to, you know, fall back on. I was just like, I know if I pour myself into this craft full time that I can be successful at it. And at the time my job was becoming super toxic. I was just like, I gotta get out of here. And at the time I also didn't have anything to lose. I lived at home. I'm 24, so I'm still under my parents' insurance. I had a savings, like I had nothing to lose. So I was like, I'm gonna bet on myself and I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna figure it out. So that's what I did. And 11 months into this thing, I can actually say it was a success. It was a success. So I am here to share with you guys how I've been able to make over $60,000 in the last 11 months. So there are 3 ways that I make money as an influencer. The first one is through my photography business. The second one is through brand partnerships, working directly with brands. And the third one is through affiliated marketing. When I quit my job, I created kind of like a business plan, basically. I created a plan of how I was going to make money. I knew I could make money through brand partnerships. I knew I could make money through affiliated marketing, but I also knew those 2 streams were floppy. You know, some months you can get brand campaigns, some months you might not. So I didn't want to rely on those 2 streams alone. So I started to dig into my skills, like what are skills that I can offer to other people to bring me a consistent stream of income. Even though I was living at home and I had nothing to lose, I also wanted to make sure that I had consistent money coming in. When I first started my blog in 2014, I bought my first DSLR. I've been learning photography as I go over almost 8 years. So, and I create really beautiful content. So people were always asking me to take pictures for them. So I was like, okay, I can do photography as a stream of income, but I wanted to niche down and not just do photography for everyone. I wanted to do photography specifically for other content creators, because I know bloggers and other content creators, you know, need photography on a weekly basis. So I was like, I'm gonna find a few bloggers who do this full time, and I will be their photographer and I will shoot for them every week. So that was like plan 1. And then plan 2 was like, okay, I'm really good at editing videos. I have all the software, you know, that I need. I have Final Cut Pro, everything that I need. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start editing videos for people. And then I was like, what else can I do? Because I came from an admin position at my previous job, I was like, oh, I could become a virtual assistant for other content creators. So I just started like writing down all the skills that I could potentially make an income from. At one point, I was a virtual assistant for someone, I was editing video for someone else, and I had a ton of photography clients because I was dirt cheap. Within the second month of doing all of those things, I realized that I was gaining a lot of photography clients and there was no way to maintain all of those clients for all 3 of those things. So I decided that I was just gonna stick to photography and then creating content for myself in order to gain brand partnerships and affiliated marketing money. So photography became my number 1 stream of consistent income. So I already said my second stream of income is brand partnerships. Now let's get into the 3 ways that I get brand partnerships. The first way is pitching. The second way is they pitch me. And the third way is through influencer platforms. So the first way is I pitch them. So I have a list that I created of every brand that I would love to work with, and I go through the research process of finding those brand contacts. But before I even get to pitching to them, I make sure that I have content that relates to what I would like to create for that brand. For example, if I would like to work with a company that has hair products, I want to make sure on my Instagram, my blog, my YouTube channel, there is content about hair before I reach out to the brand. So I make sure, I create the type of content that I would like to create for those brands so they have something to reference to. I don't know if you guys know Maddie James, but she is a great teacher when it comes to learning the business of influencing. So I spent a long time watching her live. She used to do a ton of live teaching people how to pitch, how to reach out to brands, how to communicate with brands, all of those things. And I also bought a pitch template for her that I would use to reach out to brands that I wanted to work with. I know finding brand contact can be, a ton of work, but I have found a way to find brand contact. So if you guys are interested in me making a video about that, let me know. I might do it. So that is my number one way. I pitch brands. If it's a product that I use on a regular basis and I would love to work with them, I pitch them. For example, I recently did a campaign with Premier Protein. So at the beginning of this year, I was working out and I had a conversation with my provider, and she recommended that I check out Premier Protein as a meal supplement, and I started drinking it, and it was like the only protein shake that I found that I liked. So I started sharing it on my story, and like my followers were telling me, oh, you should try this flavor, you should try this flavor. So I was like, okay, yeah. So what I did is I found their contact, I reached out to them, told them I wanted to work with them, and we ended up doing a campaign together. That's a perfect example of how I pitched a brand and turned it into a paid partnership. The second way is they pitch me. I don't know how brands find me, but I do know that I put in the work to be searchable. Number one is by using hashtags that relate to me, whether it's local hashtags like Miami blogger, South Florida blogger, or putting South Florida influencer as my name on Instagram, next to my name on Instagram. Whether it's signing up for so many influencer platforms and direct influencer directories where brands can go search for influencers and find me. I don't know how they find me exactly. I just know that I put in the work to be searchable. For one campaign in particular, which is one of my biggest campaigns to date, I know exactly how they found me. So I made it a huge goal this year to work with a car company. That was my goal. I was like, I want to work with a car company. So low-key, I manifested that. So I knew about Drive Shop. So if you're an influencer watching this video, Drive Shop is kind of like a PR company for the auto industry. You can request a car if you're like in LA, Miami, New York, DC. I think there's a few other states, but if you're in a major city, they have offices there, and basically they give influencers a car for like a week. I think it's up to 7 days and maximum 400 miles. And basically you have the car for whatever period of time you agreed upon, and you just create content for them in return. So I got a Mazda car from them, and I was planning on going to Orlando and didn't end up going to Orlando, but I made this plan that I was going to use the content that I create for them as a way to attract my dream campaign with a car company. I created a commercial-like video. I did that, and I didn't really get anything for months. And then boom, one day I get an email from JBL, the audio company, and they say they wanted to work with me on a campaign. JBL has a collab with Toyota where some of the newer Toyota RAV4s has JBL speakers in them, and they reached out to me and they wanted me to create content for them. So in conversation with them, I found out they found me through that video that I created for Mazda and Drive Shop. That's why I always recommend going above and beyond and creating the type of content that you would like to be paid for. Because even though that was something free that I did, it turned into my biggest paid campaign to date. And the best part about that campaign, I actually didn't have to post anything on social media. I literally just created the content for them to use. So I made a lot more money off that campaign because I licensed it to them. So that's a way. And the third way I get brand partnerships is through influencer platforms. Now, there are a ton of influencer platforms out there. There are some that are just a waste of time, and there are some that are good. I've only found 2 to 3 of them to be worth my time. I'll put a link to a blog post that someone did to a list of influencer platforms to apply for. I only find these 3 platforms, worth my time. So I'm only going to talk about these 3 platforms. The first one is Activate. It is owned by Bloglovin. If you're an OG blogger, you know what Bloglovin is. Activate is one platform that I've gotten a few brand partnerships through. Aspire IQ is another influencer platform that I've gotten brand partnerships through. I know Aspire IQ has some kind of tough requirements to join the platform. I'm not sure what the requirements are, but I know you have to have a certain amount of followers, a certain amount of likes, something, in order to get into the platform. But once you get on the platform, it is a great platform to find brands that you would like to work with. The very last platform is actually not an influencer platform. It is Reward Style, also known as Like to Know It. So Reward Style is not an influencer platform per se. It's actually an affiliated marketing platform where you can link things so that you earn a commission off of it, but they do influencer partnerships as well. And honestly, that is where I have gained a lot of my influencer partnership. I have worked with Target through Reward Style. I have worked with Sephora through Reward Style. I have worked with Express probably 4 to 5 times through Reward Style. I have worked with Walmart, DSW, like so many amazing huge brands through Reward Style. And like I mentioned, in 2020 I worked with those brands through Reward Style when I had less than 5K followers. So it is very possible to get campaigns through Reward Style even if you don't have a huge following. All I recommend is to make sure you are consistent on the platform, that you're always posting on Like to Know It, that you're always posting your links, all of that. As long as you are active on the platform, it gives you more of a chance to get campaigns through them. So I can say a good chunk of my income comes through brand partnerships that I get through Reward Style. So I highly recommend them. And I know other affiliated marketing platforms that also do brand partnerships. I know ShopStyle do brand partnership. I know Magic Link do brand partnership. The only issue with all those 3 platforms is their brand partnerships are not partnerships you can apply for. They come to you. I remember when I got my first partnership through Reward Style, I was like, y'all do brand partnerships? What? Like, it was an Express campaign. And I was like, what? Huh? Y'all do brand partnerships? I had no idea. They don't have a directory like Aspire IQ that you can just go to and apply for a campaign. They just, if you're eligible and they like you, I don't even know what their criterias are. I just know once you're selected, they reach out to you, they tell you how much money they're offering you as compensation for that campaign, you accept it and you move on. But one thing I do have to say, when you do get an offer for a campaign through Reward Style, even though it only gives you 2 options, accept or cancel, you can actually negotiate your rate. So what I do is every time I get a campaign through Reward Style, I message the advisor that is taking care of that campaign, and I always negotiate it because there's always room for more money. And like I said, I made a huge chunk of my money this year through Reward Style. So make sure you're active on that platform. So yeah, those are the 3 ways that I make money through brand partnerships. And the final way I make money as an influencer is through affiliated marketing. Affiliated marketing is basically when you share an affiliated link with someone, they purchase through that link and you earn a commission. And the only affiliate marketing platform that I really use is Reward Style. I am signed up with ShopStyle and Magic Link, but I find Reward Style a lot easier to use. So It's the one I use on a consistent basis. I use the links on all of my blog posts. I use the links on my stories if I am sharing an outfit that I'm wearing, if I am sharing the food that I'm eating, probably not food, but if I'm sharing, you know, like the camera equipment that I'm using, anything, I share it on my IG story, my blog post, my YouTube description. If a friend called me asking me what is, you know, the best pair of jeans I would recommend, I would send them an affiliated link. My reward style account is linked to my Amazon influencer account, so I don't have to create separate links on Amazon influencer affiliated platform. It all, you know, it's all in one place. So that is another way that I make income as an influencer, especially if you have a following that is loyal to you, that trusts your judgment. It is a huge way to make money. I know so many other companies that have their own affiliated programs. So if you can't get a brand partnership, sign up for their affiliated program and make some money that way. I know a lot of like major influencers that 90% of their income are through affiliated marketing alone. Like, we're not talking about brand campaigns, like they're making millions a year off affiliated marketing alone, and that's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal. So yeah, that's basically the 3 major ways that I make money as an influencer. It's very possible. Like I said, I don't think you need a huge following in order to make money as an influencer. I think you just need a good strategy and consistency. Good strategy and consistency will bring you the coins, okay? If you guys would like for me to do a video about exactly how I quit my job, like how I created a plan and how I prepared myself to quit my job, I'm more than happy to do one. So leave that in the comments below and we'll talk about it. If you guys would like for me to do a video about my journey, like my history as an influencer blogger, how I got started, I'll be more than happy to do one as well. And yeah, if this video was helpful to you in any way, please leave a comment below letting me know. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. So I think I covered everything. Yeah? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys come back for more. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me know. I'll be sure to answer them. And I think that's it. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.